Hello and welcome back to my channel and our cottage. So I'm actually not sure exactly what I'm doing today, but I really need to sort out and kind of reorganize and declutter our study, which I'm hoping you can actually hear me okay and it's not too echoey, but I have basically just let this space become a massive mess. I have hoarded quite a lot in here. I don't know about anyone else, but I think you kind of always have a space in your house that you just kind of let become a dumping ground, and that's definitely this space in our home, and it's the smallest room in the house and one that we made specifically to work in, which, to be completely honest, I have just been doing downstairs at the dining table, and I want to use this space more. So I have got some new study chairs, and I've gone for something that apparently is really comfortable. It doesn't look like it would be, but I've read all of the reviews and most people have said it's really comfy. So I've got those and they were quite affordable, so I will leave them linked down below. I'm going to set those up, I'm going to kind of declutter everywhere, have a bit of like a fresh start in here, and yeah, we'll kind of walk you through the process of that. And then I've got a little white company order which I wanted to show you, which I picked up a few things in the sale, and yeah, just thought we'd have a little bit of a catch up as well. Okay, I've now had a really good sort out actually. I've got rid of a lot of things, and what's that? Oh, I need to plug that up. Sorry, just noticing things. But yeah, I've cleared a lot of things. A lot of bits were, excuse me, just like old samples that I had from projects that I was working on about a year ago. So I'm going to refresh these boards with some new kind of design work that is going on at the moment. I like to kind of just have like fabrics and textures that I find inspiring up there, and a lot of the kind of like ginghams and the patterns that were up there I still love, but I just haven't used in as many projects recently, because obviously those kinds of trends and things do evolve, so I'm going to make it a bit of a mission to keep those up to date. And yeah, a lot of things was honestly just like bits of like plastic or cardboard, so I need to go through and recycle all of that. I've got a box down here which I kind of keep, this sounds really weird, but I kind of see it as like my, I don't know what the word is, like inbound post box. Like if I get a delivery or a package, something that I've been waiting for, that I've ordered, or for a brand or fabrics, anything, I just kind of pop it in there until I'm ready to go through it or until I need it. But I've cleared that, I've gone through those packages, so I've got all the recycling to sort out. Most things were just kind of work related things, and I also in there have my easel, because I've recently just been enjoying doing a little bit of painting, and I don't know how long you will have followed me here or how much you'll know, but I actually studied art and it was always something I've been really passionate about and into, and I mainly worked actually in like portraiture, maybe some landscape work, but I obviously love kind of abstract paintings in our house, and so I want to kind of play around with doing a few myself and just like experimenting with different materials and textures, and having this kind of space where everything's painted in like the same colour, so I don't need to be too precious, it's all kind of eggshell, is a really useful space. So I've got my small kind of desk easel which I'm just storing in a basket down here, and yeah, any kind of canvases, I don't know if you can see the things I'm working on, I'm just going to store down at the bottom there when I want to tidy. But what I wanted to say is, here are the chairs that I got from Ikea. So this obviously isn't the chair, but they come in these boxes, which firstly I was really amazed how easy they are. So they have a handle, so you can really quickly carry them. And we went to Ikea Bristol, and we basically actually just went because we had a little bit of free time yesterday evening, because I had something, I was going to post something on Instagram and Instagram was down. So I didn't do that, and instead we decided to go to Ikea and have a little look around. So did that, saw these chairs, really loved them, and yeah, went for it. So what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to take the rug up in here, which is, you might remember, it's like a small checkerboard one. And because I don't think it'll work with the chairs, and I actually have a rug upstairs which I think would look nice, like a patterned one. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get this rug up, I'm gonna build the chairs, test them out, I'll let you know what I think, and then we'll kind of restyle the space and share some of the plans of like some other little tweaks I want to do in here. Right, that is one of the chairs done, and you know, it's actually really comfortable and I think it looks great as well. So I will show you the space properly later in the video. I'm going to kind of like style everything up first. I know you probably won't see me great down here, but yeah, these are really comfortable, obviously really practical, and I think really stylish as well. You won't see it great right now, but it goes so well with the colours that we have in here. Just like actually so much better than the chairs we had before. It looks, yeah, great. Can you see that? I mean, I'll show you properly in a bit, but yeah, really happy with that. So I'm going to carry on with the styling and faffing, like reorganising, putting everything back, and then we'll show you in a sec. Okay, I now have you leaning on the shelf, and it's probably so echoey because, as you will have seen, I decided to take the rug that I just put down up because, do you know, I want this to be a really simple and practical space. I don't want it to be like overloaded with loads of different things, if that makes sense. So I've obviously really simplified things. We've got the really simple chairs now. I've cleared loads of stuff off of the floor, gotten rid of loads of just things that we don't use or need in here. I want it to be like a practical working space. I don't want this kind of echo that I have here, but I am planning, so you'll see, so I had this piece leaning on the shelf, which, to be honest, I really don't want leaning on the shelf. It's an original piece by my friend Zarifa, who did the paintings that we have downstairs, and I want that to be hung on the wall with a couple of other things. So I'm actually, well, let me show you what I'm kind of thinking. Okay, so if you can hear me over the echo, what I'm actually thinking, and maybe I'll watch this back and be like, no, I'm thinking of doing, so having maybe some terracotta, like antique jugs and pots up here, which I can kind of collect from who knows where, like an antique fair or something. And then I'm thinking that here, it would be really lovely to hang kind of a few collected pieces. I'm not going to say gallery wall because whenever I say that I end up kind of getting fed up with it, but yeah, I think if I go for just not many things, just kind of in layered neutrals and just like prints or photographs that I really love and I've collected just on that back wall, I think that will look really lovely and simple and give a bit of a focus for the eye, but very much keep it in that neutral and calming and quite warm palette that I really love, without feeling too busy or reliant on pattern to, I guess, kind of make the space. And And then here in this corner, I'm thinking what would be really lovely will be to have some really exaggerated kind of branches or stems, so that there's just like a nice kind of soft display, I guess, in the corner of the room over here. I think that will look really lovely. So I am going to need a couple of pots and a couple of prints, which I'm not rushing to do any of these things, and I'm really being mindful about what I'm buying and what I'm bringing into our home this year, which is why kind of a lot of my videos are now focused on decluttering and restyling rather than just kind of what I've brought in or what's new. And I know that will always be a part of my videos, is shopping and collecting, because that is a big part of social media, but there are other ways of doing it. And someone really, a lovely follower, subscriber, commented on a video a few weeks ago saying that a really nice way of doing hauls and sharing inspiration for shopping is actually just to kind of talk about the pieces I'm loving and share images of them on the screen, or there's kind of different ways about going about it without having to bring everything in, because obviously we have a small home, we don't have infinite supplies of money, this isn't my full-time job creating YouTube videos, and so I can't just like keep buying stuff if I don't need it, and so I'm being really mindful of that. But what I can keep buying, and I do love buying, is antiques and second-hand pieces. So next time I'm at the antiques fair, which will actually probably only be in 2 or 3 weeks, I will buy a couple of pots and I'll display them up here for you to see, and I'll show you in a future video those kind of small updates that I have as well. I've just come downstairs and feel really satisfied with what I've done up in the study, and just before I kind of round off this video, I'm probably going to talk for another few minutes, but I wanted to say a bit about our style and how it's evolved over the last few months in particular, and where that's come from. And I think I, for a while, was really in a lull with my style and really confused about what I was seeing online or in television programs, magazines, and books, and I was looking for inspiration in the wrong things, and I started to get really confused about colour, and I guess like thinking that I needed to have everything that I loved in my home. And please let me know in the comments if that's something you've ever experienced, but I would see someone's house that was so amazing and maybe it was colour drenched in a really rich blue, and I would for a long time think like, oh, I love that, so maybe I need to have that in our home. And it's only really the last kind of 6-8 months that I've realised that I don't, and I can appreciate and love all of those trends and explore them, and maybe if I really love something, introduce it in a very small way. But my heart for now, and probably in the near future, is in kind of earthy, natural interiors inspired by nature. But obviously nature has so many colours, every colour, but very much those kind of earthy, muddy colours. And I am really enjoying simplifying our home, simplifying the styling, finding inspiration from kind of like Japandi, wabi-sabi interiors, and yeah, all of those kinds of more simplistic functional things. So I hope that you kind of enjoy seeing that as well, and seeing me learning, I guess, and evolving. And obviously I don't do everyone's, I wouldn't suggest the same thing for everyone's home, but for us and in our life, we need somewhere that's really calming and relaxing, because I get really stressed out and Mikey doesn't like clutter, and as much as we love having like beautiful things, everything needs to function as well. And having a small home, we can't have humongous, colourful things when we want to try and be very relaxed and calm. Stormy, you trying to get out? I feel like you probably haven't seen Stormy in a while. Here she is. By the time you watch this vlog, actually, I think she will have been spayed. She needs a good haircut as well, but we normally let her grow a little bit longer over the winter, a bit shaggier, and then she goes nice and short over summer and when it gets a bit warmer, so she's probably due a good chop now. But yeah, I wanted to show you a couple of things that I picked up. So whilst I was in Ikea, I got a frying pan. It's called Hemkomst. I think it was £20, so not really cheap, but it looked like good quality compared to, well, not compared to, our last one was actually really good quality from John Lewis, and it's basically ruined. Not for any fault of John Lewis's, it's my fault for the way that I cooked it. So yeah, I was in Ikea and I just wanted to pick up another one because I only really use this, the Always pan and the Le Creuset when cooking. Anything, I will use kind of normal saucepans if I'm doing like a bigger meal, but I use them for pretty much anything. So yeah, just kind of got this one. So I'll let you know what I think of that and how it cooks. And then I said I would do a haul from things from the White Company, but I actually just want to highlight one product in particular that I bought. So this is the Love candle. Not sure how well you'll see that, but the great thing about this is with every candle that you buy, the White Company are donating £10 to change a girl's life with the Prince's Trust. So obviously you can just donate straight to the cause if you want, or to another cause, which we have done. But I thought it was a really good incentive that you could buy a candle maybe as a gift for someone and know that it's also going to a good cause, and it smells amazing. I bought this one online a few days ago. It smells so good. I don't actually know what the fragrance is. See if I can find out. I'll actually just read you the back of the box. So it's amber, tonka, bean and oud. Light a candle and help change a girl's life. Love is a scent that feels like being wrapped in a warm hug. Tonka bean and cozy amber are softly layered with woody base notes of blonde tobacco and luxurious oud. A £10 contribution from the sale of this candle goes to the Prince's Trust, helping young women who are facing disadvantage and adversity to get the support they need to build a better future. I just thought a really good incentive. This isn't a partnership with the White Company in any way. I'm not working with them at the moment at all. I just wanted to share that one with you. So we'll leave that link down below. Other things that I've been loving are some new, I say new, I've probably shown them on here before, but kind of talking about inspiration and where I'm finding it. I've been getting so much from coffee table books. So 3 of my favourite right now, and I'll show you some kind of snippets overlaid, but are The Art of Home by Shay McGee, Still, The Slow Home by Natalie Walton, and then The Art of Living with White, A Year of Inspiration by Chrissy Rucker, the founder of the White Company. And I'm loving them all for different reasons. I'm flicking through them to find, I guess kind of like I was explaining, inspiration for really simple form and quite minimal design that's focused on living a calm, slow lifestyle. I think all of these books do that really well. Still, in particular, I think has some beautiful imagery that kind of suits all styles. So if you have a more kind of colourful, eclectic style, something a bit more mid-century, or something that's really heavily influenced by French antiques, or it really has got something for everyone. So I really recommend that. And then The Art of Living with White, again, just some really beautiful photography of lots of different homes, all kind of centered around that minimal, calming color palette. And I think that one in particular would make such a lovely gift for a loved one, for Easter, for anything that you're thinking of buying a present for. So yeah, I really love those, and hope you do too if you end up getting one. I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and I really did enjoy making it and updating the study with you all, and I will see you in the next one. If you're not already subscribed, I would really love it if you joined us here. Very soon we will probably start uploading a little more regularly again, and maybe, or if not regularly, make the vlogs a little bit longer, because we've got so much going on and coming up over the next few weeks, which I'm so excited to talk about and share with you. But yeah, that's it for now, and I will see you soon. Bye.